All right, July is over with. I am coming at you with another income report to tell you exactly how much I made this past month. I was actually surprised to see the number, pleasantly surprised. Let's go over that in this video. Hey guys, it's Justine with Debt Free Millennials, the channel to help you crush your debt and live payment free and perhaps start an online business just like I have. So I am in my 5th year of business running Debt Free Millennials full-time online, and it is absolutely the best, most favoritist job I've ever had out of my 10 years of working. So let's go ahead and get into the numbers and I'll share exactly how much I made. For client work, I brought in $4,675. I felt like this was actually a really solid month for client work. I was more consistent. I was getting in those projects on a timely basis. And I think because I was using the habits from the productivity project, I could really maximize my time and work during my peak hours. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch that video where I'm talking about some of those habits that make me more productive. Affiliates brought in $774. Again, I haven't really been focusing on affiliate marketing this year, so I'm really glad to see that it's just kind of still running in the background and still supplying a really good income. Digital products brought in $702.59. This is actually a really high month for digital products, and I think that's because I've been talking about Budget Bootcamp more lately, and so I've had more signups for that program. And also the workbook seems to really be, I keep seeing consistent sales hit my inbox, so I get a notification every time somebody has bought the workbook, which is awesome. I love seeing that in my inbox. So if you haven't checked out either of those things, they're always linked in the description box below. Even if you're not wanting to purchase it for yourself, just see how I have the pages set up if you were thinking of putting together your own digital products. YouTube brought in $2,347.93. This was a really good month for YouTube, and I love seeing that as the channel gets bigger, that revenue number continues to creep up a little bit more. So in total, I brought in $8,499.52. Now, I was really surprised to see this number. So as I was working throughout July, I could kind of tell okay, maybe I'm not going to make the 5 figures and hit 10K this month. So I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be lower. But actually, I got pretty close. I mean, $1,500 off, that's not too bad. So I honestly was pretty pleased with how much I brought in this month. Let's check out my business expenses because there are some outliers in this budget, and whew, they were big expenses. All right, so here is what the business budget looks like. I actually brought in $7,007 into my business checking account, and you're going to see very high expenses for July. So let's go ahead and get into that. I actually have a negative amount for the Photoshop plus InDesign because I canceled the InDesign subscription. I was not using it. I was kind of using it to update my media kit, but I was like, why am I paying $20 for this every single month? If I need to update it again, I'll either do it myself and pay the extra 20 bucks to do so, or just contact my graphic designer to do it. All of my other subscriptions, I went ahead and set money aside for. All the bold stuff is what actually got paid this month, and all the stuff that's unbold are the things that I'm setting aside in my business account, just so that when that subscription comes due for the year, I'll have the money set aside and put into place. Shipping, I shipped out some product to 2 people on Instagram, so I paid for those shipping labels. That included koozies and keychains, stuff like that. Did you know I have koozies and keychains? I don't actually sell them, but I did have them as kind of giveaway stuff. So do you think I should sell that? I don't have very many products left, but it could be kind of fun to sell those. Okay, then my labor contractors. This is where things get a little crazy. You're gonna see this $1,649 for lawyer fees. I definitely want to tell you more about that. No, I'm not in trouble. Nobody's getting sued or anything like that. I want to tell you more about that, but because I'm still in the middle of this process, we're just going to say I do have lawyer fees, and I will tell you more about that soon. And I think this is money well spent. Got a referral to this law firm, and I'm very pleased with the process so far. So stay tuned for that. I hope to give you more of an update and fill you in next month. Future, I spent, okay, this is where things get also a little crazy with my expenses, is I spent about $340 on travel. So I bought my plane tickets to Orlando to go to FinCon. So that is completely paid up for. I will also have expenses for the hotel while I'm there, and food, of course. And so, you know, I've been setting aside money, about $100 per month, for that travel and conference line item. And that just basically stays in my checking account until it's ready to be spent. Because I didn't go to FinCon last year, I have all that money saved up for that as well. So I'm probably sitting on at least, you know, $2,400 worth of savings in order to go to the conference. So I know I'll have plenty of money to spend while I'm there. And then just my regular sinking funds for client gifts, software, and equipment. So if I take out those things, because those are kind of things I had money set aside for, then you're looking at state tax of $284, federal tax of $1,422, and then after-tax take-home of $3,034. But when I put those back in, you're gonna actually see those numbers for state tax drop and my after-tax take-home drop. Now keep in mind, I always make sure to have some sort of floating money when I do have a larger income month to help supplement for some of the lower income months that I might have, such as this month. So this is working for now, and hopefully that can continue on for the rest of the year. Let's talk about a couple of wins that I had this past month. The first one was I negotiated a higher rate with one of my clients, and we were able to compromise and meet in the middle. I'm really happy about that because I feel like this was a conversation that needed to happen, and now I feel like I'm getting paid what I'm worth, and also learning how to take things off of my plate that I can delegate. That's been a big thing that I've been focusing on this year, is just working on delegating and outsourcing tasks that free up my time so that I can work on higher impact tasks. The second win is I finished my outline for my presentation for FinCon. So I'm speaking at FinCon this year. Finished the outline. I'm working with a graphic designer to put together a template for my slide deck to make it look really professional. And then I'm just gonna plug it in and then work on practicing that presentation for the rest of the month. By the way, my presentation is all about helping YouTubers who had just become monetized, hit the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours, and then telling them how they can scale that and earn even more money from their channel. Also, another win that I'm noticing is I am 2 weeks ahead on my YouTube schedule. That means I have enough content that is scheduled out for the next 2 weeks that I don't have to worry about. Now, my plan is to continue filming more videos to get me through FinCon because I'm going to be very busy throughout that week. I know I will be filming, but I won't have as much time for YouTube management. So I'm trying to pre-film a lot of videos now so that I don't have to worry about so much of the video outlining and recording in September. Now, the biggest obstacle that I'll share with you is that sponsorships and that whole process is a lot slower than I thought it would be. And it kind of reminds me of just being in a sales position. You really have to pitch yourself, follow up. Even if they've reached out to you, you have to go back and do that. And I'm really glad that I'm working with somebody who is helping me with the timelines and the contracts on that, because I don't think I could manage this all by myself. But it really is, I'm faced with a lot of like, that's not a good fit, you're a no, or I'm being told no, and I'm being told no again and again. So I think that's where like the sales tactic of all of this, and having that sales mindset of like, you are going to hear 10 no's before you get a yes, and learning to be okay with that. I think that's been the biggest obstacle this summer. I also realized that this business is kind of seasonal, that sometimes the summer months are slower for personal finance creators for whatever reason, and then Q3, Q4 really ramps up. So I'm hoping, I'm in Q3, but I'm hoping as we push into the school year and into fall, things are really going to pick back up. All right, that's a look look at my monthly income for the month of July, what did you think about this month? It's been an up and down roller coaster. As you guys know, it's been consistently an up, down, up, down, up, down. And this time it was up. So I guess that means August is gonna be down. I hope not. I hope I can break this cycle for the last half of the year. All right, that's all for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.